Hello, and today me and Miss Simzak are here. We're partners, and we're going to show you how to make the fruit and yogurt parfait. So this is the last days of your food pathway. So we're going to be selling these fruit and yogurt parfaits every day. Essentially, for the month of October, we're going to focus on this flavor, which is just your traditional strawberry and blueberry with a homemade granola. As the months go on, we're going to incorporate different seasonal. We have like an apple parfait, a pumpkin parfait, lemon curd, really and then delicious. If you come out, you guys can come up with additional flavors that we would change the flavors out and incorporate maybe 2 options a day instead of just the one. But we're going to start with the basic fruit and yogurt parfait.
And remember, we're going to serve this every single day in the cafe, the 3 days that we are open. So at the end of this demo, after you make your yogurt parfait, make sure you take a picture or show your finished product to your teacher and get the initial. Okay, so just a quick reminder. All right, we're going to make the house granola, right?
Yep.
Okay.
So Miss Simzak has already prepped her pan and lined it with a piece of parchment paper. So essentially, you'll do this at the beginning of the week. Your teacher will designate who's going to be making granola, who's going to be cutting fruit.
Right.
There's a lot of things that are going to need to be done. For this, obviously, this demo, we're just showing you how to make 2, which is what you will do with your partner in class.
The granola is going to last at least a week. So if we start prepping it at the beginning of the week, we will make it in bulk, and then it's done for our guests. Make sure you preheat the oven for 250 degrees. This is going to bake for at least an hour. So if you set a timer, your teacher or your classmate will continue to check up on it. So make sure you don't forget, because the granola does take about an hour to cook. First thing we're going to do is combine our oats. So we're doing a small version of this. Your recipe calls for 3 cups of oats. So we measured out 3 cups of oats. We measured out dark brown sugar, okay? And then we measured out maple syrup. All right, so that goes in a bowl, and then you are adding some salt. Again, we reduced our recipe, so it calls for a pinch of salt. So remember, a pinch, I just kind of want to demo so you know what that is. Put a little bit on your hand, make sure you're wearing gloves, and then this is a pinch of salt, okay? Put the rest back in, all right? And then you're gonna wear gloves and you're gonna mix this up, okay? You really need to mix the maple syrup in with the oats, otherwise a chunk will have maple syrup and the chunk will be super dry. Okay, so I spent like 4 minutes trying to mix this up.
Once everything's measured, it will move very quickly. Yep. Obviously, I'm sitting here kind of watching her, but obviously clean as you go to save on time, or when one partner is doing the oats, the other partner should be prepping the fruit.
Okay, so I'm going to start prepping the fruit. I'm going to move this out of your way.
And I'm going to go put this in the oven.
All right. So now I'm going to grab a fresh pair of gloves. Make sure you wash your hands and then put gloves on. Wash your hands 20 to 30 seconds. Make sure your hair is up. It's crucial because this is a ready-to-eat food. Okay, so yogurt parfaits, the granola we're baking, but the fruit we are not. So any bacteria is going to go into our yogurt parfaits. So obviously no cross-contamination. We have a clean cutting board and we're ready to go. Everything is prepped. We are going to use just plain yogurt, no excess sugar. We don't want extra sugar, for our guests. We also bought these brand new cups that I love, right?
We buy them in bulk.
Yep. So the thing that's changed is we're going to use a scoop, okay? And it's going to call for the yellow scoop. It's going to call for at least 4 yellow scoops, or about 5 ounces.
You want me to do it?
Yeah.
All right. So you're going to do that like this. So essentially, your teacher will assign you. One person would sit and start doing this. Now I know in some videos during Javicino, you used a pastry bag, but this we thought would be a little bit faster and just
clean.
It's clean.
You're not wasting any yogurt.
So 5 yellow portion scoops. All right. Then you're going to take your top, your insert, kind of dab it a little like Miss Simzak did. You're going to put that top right in there, so it kind of holds that yogurt in place.
And we're going to use fresh fruit. So with fresh fruit, you have to wash it. So we washed it ahead of time. Blueberries do not get cut. They're pretty on their own.
And if you notice, I'm done using this. So I'm going to bring this to the sink or dishwasher.
So it's so good to have a partner. Now, I'm going to show you how to quickly dice these strawberries. I'm going to cut them in half. Okay. Sharp knife is a safe knife. I know it's a little awkward with gloves, but again, this is a ready-to-eat food.
We're gonna try really hard to always have fresh fruits for you for these parfaits. Depending on the season, sometimes fresh fruit is hard to come by, so we might have to use frozen. But we'll try to always have fresh. Right?
Like that. So now the nice thing is, if you want to explain how the fruit used to just kind of sit and
so for Javicino, we used to layer, and sometimes as fruit is layered within that yogurt, as it sits, moisture comes up, and then the water, the liquid from that fruit kind of cools, and then it's just it's mushy, right? Mushy. So we made the executive decision that we were going to keep the fruit on the top, and then when the guest is ready this will last longer, especially because we're going to prep these at the beginning of the week, and then when the guest is ready to eat it, they would take this off, and then they can assemble as much fruit or as little fruit that they want. All right.
With the granola, make sure when it's done, you cool it, and then wear gloves. You're going to portion scoop into this little 2-ounce cup, and then we're going to serve with house granola. Some people don't like granola. Some people can't have it. Dietary restrictions, so it's always served on the side.
So what we'll do is when someone orders a fruit and yogurt parfait, you'll give them this, and then a specialization question. You'll say, "Would you like granola with that?" And sometimes they might look at you like, "Well, of course I want granola," and other times you're gonna be like, "I don't want the granola." Right. Usually for Javicino, we would end up with so much extra granola because so many people just want the fruit.
Exactly.
Okay. And obviously, as we start going through this, and it sells, and if people give you feedback, make sure you relay that feedback to your teacher, just because you guys are going to be in the heart of the selling. So let us know what's popular and what's not. Thank you.
Thank you.